Hi, I forgive the poet. I wish you enjoyment and the utmost horror. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new on the channel. I am happy to join Sameh Al Shaer's family group on Facebook. Let's start. Long Egyptian horror stories titled A Young Man Who Lost His Life Because of Magic. The tongue has been unable to describe everyone who knocks on these doors, the black doors, a person who seeks the help of a devil to harm a person like him, no matter what he did to him, so it is not permissible for him to harm him in this reprehensible way. He is dead and rests and is covered by the mercy of his Lord, nor can he be alive to enjoy health and mind, and everything is normal, like all other human beings. God is enough, and yes, the agent in everyone who begs himself to drift in this plagued world, a world that knows no way of mercy, a worker who is oblivious to the extreme and farthest from his Creator Almighty. A young man lost his life because of magic. Black magic talisman. Girl, tell a true story. She spoke to her family on her tongue, swearing the sincerity of every word. I told her, my father passed away when I was 17 years old. I was still studying in high school. My mother alone bore the burden of the family. We are a family of 5 sons. I am the middle-aged, preceded by my older sister and older brother, and after me my younger sister and younger brother. The atmosphere was at home very calm and natural. My older brother finished school and traveled abroad. In one of the Arab countries, he worked hard, and through his infinite aid, our financial conditions improved a lot, and my older sister graduated and got married right away. And my mother built our house. We lived in the basement, and she built the upper floor to marry my older brother, and he came with a vacation specifically for his marriage, and God Almighty blessed him with a beautiful wife and a sign of the most merciful. And within a short period after marriage she became pregnant, and after months of pregnancy they gave birth to a daughter, very beautiful and wonderful. This child allowed our lives that we cannot bear to leave her at all. 3 months after her birth, he returned to the same Arab country to work again. But this time, he could not stay there for long. 2 months after he was gone, he came back to us sick. We spent a lot of money in the hospital. Disclosure of what hit him from harm, however. No doctor could come up with an explanation, justification for what happens to him. He became bedridden, unable to walk, not getting out of bed. Basically, he couldn't go to the toilet himself. I always stayed up at night to study, and every time I passed by my mother's bedroom. Don't forget to subscribe in the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new on the channel. I am happy to join Sameh Al Shaer's family group on Facebook, in which he was bedridden. I find him asleep. He has left his house and went down next to all of us, as his wife is alone. She could not bear to do all his affairs, and needed our help in that. I always found him at night awake. As soon as night came, everyone notices him not being able to sleep, and his eyes toward one thing at the door. We were all afraid of him, And one time I approached him and asked him, "Why don't you sleep, my brother?" Lack of sleep, especially at night, destroys the health of the healthy, so what about you when you are sick, brother? May God heal you and grant you good health. He looked at me with teary eyes. I felt at that time as if my heart was splitting in half. Go to sleep, beloved of your brother, and do not worry about me too much. Remember what our honorable Prophet said, "Wonderful is the affair of the servant, for his affair is all good." I went to sleep at that time, but it did not go out of my mind, and then I learned from my mother by chance that my brother, before he went to travel, visited someone, without mentioning names or descriptions, and he noticed something strange about this person in particular, which is that when he was given a cup of tea while he was drinking, he smelled a very unpleasant smell, and his taste was very strange, but he was embarrassed to let it out of his hands. Don't forget to subscribe in the channel and activate the bell button to receive all new on the channel. I am happy to join Sameh Al Shaer's family group on Facebook. Taking into account the feelings of those in front of him, and so as not to cause them embarrassment, he was forced to complete his cup. Since I learned it, my mother's tears didn't stop for a second, before we could go with him. For those with experience in that and the people of these things, his condition had worsened, so we took him to a private hospital, and he spent about a month there and died there. He breathed his last. A bed in a private room in a private hospital, and the strange thing in all this matter that the doctors, they did not know the cause of his illness, nor the reason behind his illness, which lasted for 4 months. He died of magic. He did it for nothing. From his heart all the ways of mercy, and there was no fear of God in his heart.